You know what? I saved Sid's life, and this story's never been told. But Stone Cold said it on a YouTube piece, and then I heard this YouTube piece about Stone Cold talking about that night, and then I called him, and then Steve and I was on Steve's podcast, and but we had did a shot in Florida. Did a daytime shot. Okay, so we all got showered and met at the airport. So we're tired to begin with. I mean, we've been on the road for 10 days, and then we ended up doing a shot in Florida. So we're exhausted. And then everyone gets dressed, and everyone's got, leather coats on, nice clothes to travel. And we're all in this little lounge that they had set up for us, and there's cocktails, and we're drinking, and we get on the plane, and everyone can't ride first class, and there was a few of us up there, and I was one of them, obviously, because I had the biggest butt on the team, and so we ride over there, and then we get on a bus and travel 4 hours. So you got to put all this together in terms of wear and tear, and then we do another match. And no sleep. In other words, the sun had already came up and did another match, and then drove again. And then I'm going, now wait a minute, man, this is crazy. I mean, I was so physically exhausted. We finally got to this hotel way up in Ireland or some darn thing. I mean, I don't even know where it was. And it was a nice hotel, and it was late at night, and there was nobody in the bar except one person, Stone Cold Steve Austin. He was just having a few beers just to, after that long ride, it was torture. I mean, I look back and I said, wow, for me to have the strength to do that, I couldn't do it now. Somewhere along the line, I just would have had a heart attack and died today. But it just was too much, and the WCW should take blame for this. But the next thing we know, Steve and I are sitting there having a beer, and Steve tells the story. He said, I had shorts on. They were shorts, and they weren't underwear, but he said they were white underwear, and they were like white gym trunks. And I didn't have a shirt on. I didn't have no sandals on, but they were trunks. They were like, trunks you'd go in the gym with, right?
Gotcha.
And here comes Leon White, all 420 pounds of him, walking across the lobby from his room because he had opened his door, heard some noise, and seen me in the bar. So, hey, he's going to come have a bar. I'd come have a beer with him. And me and Steve are sitting there, and then all hell breaks loose. And neither one of us really saw what happened. But next thing I know, man, Sid comes walking up to me, because I was headed that way to see if I could help or just hold somebody, because it was a violent fight. I mean, there were chairs and wow. And Sid, if my memory serves, it was either just to the left of his belly button or just to the right of his belly button. He had a hole in him, and I looked at it. He was doing the Frankenstein walk, and he just Leon. I said, oh shit! And I looked at it, and it went about a nickel-sized stream of blood squirted out every time his heart pumped, and it came out about 4 inches before it fell down. It wasn't trickling down the stomach; it was squirting out, and it came out about 2 or 3 inches and then dropped. And I thought to myself, well, he's not going to last long. He'll bleed to death. And I said, Sid, trust me. And I got a chair, and I sat down. And said, Sid, don't move. You're going to die. And I slowly eased my thumb into that hole and tighter. And he said, you're hurting me. And I said, you got to take it. And I got it in there a little bit more. And it slowed the bleeding enough and kept him alive till the ambulance came. That's the true story.
Jeez.
And it just was instinct on my part. I knew if I took a towel that it would just, he'd bleed to death. I thought I had to plug it, and somehow I got in there, and I had stopped the bleeding partially because I got my thumb on the vein that had been cut.
Yeah.
And it slowed it down, and you know what? As far as I'm concerned, Arnold's me thank you, because I don't care if you're right or wrong. If someone gets killed, you're in trouble.
Right.
Someone dies. And as far as Sid, I'd probably saved his life, and you know what? Not probably, most definitely did.
Yeah.
Because I was there, I saw it. And neither one of us thanked me. No good deed goes unpunished, brother.